It's hilarious to watch people try to troll me 10 minutes into a Georgia game or whatever, a game that Georgia ends up winning 59-21, and then turn around and watch their team fucking lose. Shout out to Ole Miss. Bama, what in the fuck? Bama's losing to Oklahoma 10-3 at halftime. I don't. What is Bama doing? I can't figure it out. The Oklahoma's quarterbacks got more rushing. Oklahoma's got 200 and something yards rushing against Bama in the first half. They're up 10-3. Bama can't do shit on offense. Bama better get it together because just like Ole Miss, it's too late in the season to be having 2 losses and taking a third. So they better figure something out, but it ain't looking good. They're on the road. Bama's had struggles on the road, like a lot of people have. But damn, you can't drop 3 games, and one of them's the Vandy, and then try to turn around and convince people you're a playoff team. Shit don't work that way. Bama loses this one, they're in big trouble. Notre Dame's all over Army. That game's not even worth watching. And how about Auburn over Texas A&M? Now, a lot of people had Texas A&M on upset alert, but I don't think they saw anything. I don't think they saw anything like this coming. What's the? It's halftime of that one too, but 21-7, Auburn all over Texas A&M. Notre Dame's handling business. This Alabama game's hilarious, though. The Alabama fans are going to jump out of a window if they lose this game on the road to Oklahoma. You want to talk? Boy, that Iron Bowl next week will be just like a funeral to watch. I mean, the depression that will set in the Guptard's mind if they are. What if they don't even make the 12-team playoff? Oh my God, I don't know. What do y'all think's going to happen? I'm talking shit because Alabama's losing. That's what we do here. I thought Alabama was going to destroy Oklahoma, so I was wrong. In fact, I bet on Bama. I bet Bama minus 14. Not only that, I bet Bama minus 14 on a parlay with Notre Dame minus 14. I was confident Notre Dame and Bama would roll. And we still got a half of football to go, so maybe Bama can get it together. But if you've watched the first half, it's not really that. There's nothing flukish or really that's happened. Oklahoma's playing good defense. They've bottled mildew up for the most part. And Bama defensively can't stop Oklahoma on the ground. I mean, Oklahoma's barely even trying to throw the ball. I mean, they got no offense at all. This has been the knock on Oklahoma all season, but especially since that Tennessee loss, they've just, with the quarterback, hokey pokey and send them in and out. But Jackson Arnold, 5 of 7 for 37 yards passing. 5 of 7 for 37 yards passing for Oklahoma. But they're winning 10-3. Rushing for Oklahoma, 205 yards. Jackson Arnold's got 95 yards rushing. Xavier Robinson, 88 yards rushing. Mildew, on the other hand, -2. -2. Now, how much of that is from sacks? Does it tell me on here? I don't see it on here right now. So I can't remember how many sacks they have, but I don't know what Bama's doing. Mildew's oh my God. I wish I wouldn't even have looked at that. I just looked at Mildew's passing numbers. Holy shit. I mean, I've been watching the game, but when you watch 3 games, sometimes you don't realize exactly how good or how bad something is. Jalen Mildew is 2 of 7 passing for 62 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So I'm over here laughing at Oklahoma because they're 5 of 7 for 37 yards. Mildew really ain't no better. 2 of 7 for 62. And as a team, holy shit. As a team, Bama has 35 yards rushing. Bama's had problems going back a couple of years now, so obviously multiple coaching staffs with performance on the road, whether it be penalties, poise, just playing well. Sometimes it's turnovers, sometimes it's penalties, sometimes the offense doesn't show up, sometimes the defense doesn't show up. This game here, the offense has been non-existent for Bama. Defensively, they can't stop the run. And it's hard to praise Bama's defense for shutting down Oklahoma's passing game when Oklahoma themselves are the ones that shut down their passing game 6 weeks ago. I mean, this is bad if you're Bama. This is real bad if you're Bama. Colorado lost today. Ole Miss lost today. Indiana lost today. Penn State tried to lose, but they didn't. 17-16 at halftime or something. Final score 25-26. Penn State beats Minnesota. Ohio State and Oregon might really be the two best teams in the country this year. I don't know. I don't know. That sucks for Ohio State, though, because being the best team in the country doesn't amount to much if they happen to run into an SEC team in the playoffs, because they can't beat an SEC. It doesn't matter if they're better or not. I don't understand. I do have a question for Ohio State fans again. While I'm on here, though, I had to tell an Oregon fan. There's an Oregon fan on Twitter that's like, don't worry, Lou. We'll take care of Ohio State again in the Big Ten championship game. I had to go ahead and tell him, yeah, that game's not going to count, though, because it's in a dome, you know. And it only counts, according to the Ohio State man, if it's played in the snow or whatever. But I do have a question for the idiot Ohio State fan who thinks the weather is the end-all, be-all. Let me ask you a question. Whether it's Georgia or Tennessee or Texas, whatever, whoever it ends up being, that has to play a road game, if they do, at Ohio State or at fill-in-the-blank northern team, and it's snowing, and the SEC team loses. Are you going to look me in the face and tell me that the only reason the SEC team lost is because of the weather? Or are you going to tell me that the SEC team lost because the other team was better? Because it can't be both, according to you. So, I guess, let's say Ohio State and Georgia were to get matched up somehow, and Georgia played on the road at Ohio State, and it was cold or snowy or both, and Ohio State won the game. You're such a fucking retard, you'd have to then come on here and say, well, Georgia only lost because it was in the cold. So if the game was played anywhere else, you're admitting Georgia would win. Trying to make sense out of the idiocy of the Ohio State man is given it's done giving my autism cancer. My autism now has cancer because I've been dealing with Ohio State fans for the last hour. Good luck, Bama.